Recent years have witnessed a surge in civic engagement in Kenya, with a new generation demanding their voices be heard. But this activism has come at a cost, with tragic loss of life during protests, leaving a nation grappling with unanswered questions. In the wake of these deaths, a crucial question arises: who bears the ultimate responsibility? The focus now turns to the top leadership within Kenya's security apparatus, with growing calls for them to be held accountable for the actions carried out under their command. The legal principle of command responsibility dictates that leaders can be held liable for the actions of their subordinates if they knew or should have known about potential illegal acts and failed to prevent them. This chain of accountability is now under intense scrutiny. Did the top security bosses issue clear directives against excessive force? Were they aware of the potential for lethal tactics and failed to take adequate preventative measures? These are the critical legal questions that must be answered. Furthermore, the failure to conduct swift, impartial, and thorough investigations into the deaths, and the absence of visible prosecutions of those at lower levels, raises serious concerns about a potential cover-up reaching the highest echelons of power. For the families of the victims and for the nation as a whole, the pursuit of justice is paramount. There is a deep yearning to uncover the truth behind these deaths and to ensure that those responsible, regardless of their rank, are held accountable. The lives of these young protesters, often members of the Gen Z generation who are passionate about their nation's future, cannot be reduced to mere statistics. Their deaths demand recognition and a commitment to ensuring such tragedies are not repeated. The perception of impunity within the security forces erodes public trust and undermines the very foundation of a just society. Holding the top leadership accountable is essential to demonstrate that the lives of all citizens matter and that no one is above the law. The right to peaceful assembly and protest is a fundamental human right enshrined in Kenya's constitution. The deaths of protesters raise grave concerns about the state's respect for this right and the tactics employed to manage public demonstrations. International human rights standards provide a clear framework for the conduct of law enforcement during protests. Allegations of excessive and lethal force against unarmed individuals point to potential violations of these universally recognized rights. The violent suppression of protests can create a climate of fear, discouraging citizens, particularly the youth, from exercising their democratic rights to voice their opinions and demand change. The path towards healing and restoring public trust requires transparency and a genuine commitment to accountability. Open dialogue between the government, civil society, and the public is crucial. The independence and integrity of the justice system will be critical in ensuring that thorough investigations are conducted and that those found responsible for the deaths of protesters, at any level, face the full force of the law. Solidarity with the families of the victims and unwavering support for the pursuit of truth and accountability are essential for ensuring that justice prevails and that the sacrifices made by these young Kenyans were not in vain. The demand for justice for the Gen Z protesters is a defining moment for Kenya. It is a test of our commitment to the rule of law, human rights, and the very principles upon which a just and democratic society is built. The time for accountability is now. Thank you for watching. If our video resonated with you, please like and subscribe to stay updated. Join our community in the comments to share your insights and foster discussions that drive positive change. See you next time.